got here as fast as I could.
Hey, can I buy you a drink?
No, thank you. I broke about 6 traffic laws trying to get here. Where are the DNA results?
Slow down, Bonnie. We are both crossing a fine line here. Both Sarah and Travers have a right to their privacy.
I don't care about Travers' rights. If that's wrong, I'm sorry, it's wrong. But that man, he uses the law without any regard for the truth. Why can't I? Look, Walker, if you're worried about your reputation, don't be. No one will ever have to find out where I got these results.
I'm not talking about my reputation here. I'm talking about the fact that there's always a trail, Bonnie. Someone's always willing to talk. There's always a slip of paper that falls into the wrong hands.
We can worry about that later. Look, if Sarah's DNA doesn't match Marshall's, then trust me, I will throw a party, and no one will ever have to find out how you went out on a limb for us.
And if the DNA does match?
Then no one will ever find out. Look, either way, Walker, you're in the clear. But I have to know, is Sarah Marshall's daughter or not?
Can I have some more money for the jukebox?
Sorry, we're tapped out. The bank is closed. But you got a perfectly good Red Hot sitting right here.
Sammy can have it.
So, this is your secret spot?
Yes, it is. And I only bring the special ladies to Mabel's. For you, I think I'm going to order the 3-alarm combo so hot, it's practically on fire.
Really? So then, what are we waiting for?
Let's see.
Surprise.
Oh, you are the best. So what, is this our version of date night?
Yeah, sorry. I'm afraid so. Tell me, how'd it go with Susan? Did you play nice?
I told her I'd cut Rick a break, try to get to know him better. I lied flat out to my own mother. And you know the saddest part? She wanted to leave me so badly. She forgave me immediately.
Well, you just keep telling yourself there's a higher purpose.
Yeah, well, I got news for you. It's getting to us. I could tell. I don't care how much she says she loves Rick. A doubt here, a small lie there. It's wearing her down. And if I could just get her alone, you know, for a few minutes, I think she would tell me what's going on.
Well, you know, you're awfully good at wearing people down.
Yeah, I watch you, wise guy. So tell me, what'd you find out about Jeffree Star?
I found out that he was AWOL at a crime writers convention in Atlanta, where he was supposed to receive some sort of an award. Now, somebody like him just doesn't miss something like that.
So what are you saying? What do you think happened?
I think dead men don't do conventions.
Okay, now you're scaring me. We gotta get her away from Rick.
We will, honey, but we just have to be smart about it.
No, I mean now, like tonight. We gotta get her out of that house before he snaps and it's too late.
Darling, what are you asking me? If I lied to you?
Allison swears you weren't in the house the other night.
Now, wait a minute. I adore Allison. Despite her misgivings about me, I still think she's a great kid. I mean, even you think that she's not the most grounded person.
She said I was alone on the sofa and that she tried to wake me up and couldn't. All I remember is falling asleep and waking up with you beside me.
Now, wait a minute. That's where I should have been. Now, let's not discuss this here, huh? Why don't we go home? I'll put my arms around you and answer any questions you might have.
All right, that sounds wonderful.
We'll unravel the mystery of the missing husband together, just the two of us, the way it should be, all right? Huh? Come on.
You do not live here. You live with me.
Not anymore.
Jen, everything I did out of love.
Is that the same line you used on Paul when he found out you were paying Dusty to seduce Rose? Did you give him more money than you gave Andre?
Andre is a gigolo. He would only have hurt you again.
Oh, so instead you hurt me now. Yeah, why put off to tomorrow what you can do today, right?
You know what? We need to go back to the Lakeview so you and I can talk in private.
There is nothing that I can't say in front of Paul. At least he's giving me the chance to live my own life, to be an adult, but that scares the hell out of you, doesn't it? What if Jennifer has a life? What if Jennifer doesn't need me anymore? What if Jennifer finds out I am a bottomless pit of need, who suffocates her children with her own special brand of motherly love.
Don't you enjoy this so much, Paul?
I think it's time for you to leave.
I'll send for my things.
You have been set up. Do you understand that? He has set this whole thing in motion. And he knew I would play into his hands. Now, if you want to hate me, you hate me all you want. But you better hate him, too, because you know what? You're nothing but a pawn in his little game of revenge against me.
You hold on just a second, all right? I have been nothing but completely honest with both you and Jennifer. I told you both that Andre was coming. You said you were going to stay out of it.
And then you called me and filled me in on all the details, didn't you, son?
I don't want any more secrets, not in my family.
Secrets that don't benefit you, you mean?
My heart was broken. And you really think that I'm just going to sit around and watch you do the same thing to Jennifer?
Mother, do you want a letter of resignation?
What?
I am done with BRO, and I am done with you.
Well, you can leave the company, young lady, but you are not leaving me. Do you understand that?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that I am your mother and you are my daughter, and you can hate me all you want, but you know what? You can't just go running to your brother because he's going to use you any way that suits him.
Jennifer's going to stay here. No strings attached, no obligations for as long as you want to.
So get used to it.
Hey, Mama. You almost make it too easy.
How can you be so heartless?
It's genetic. And if I'm not mistaken, you're the one who bet a cool million that Jennifer would move in here. And who is that is so quietly tucked away in my guest room?
So you did all this for the money?
I did this for Jennifer.
I wonder what she thinks when she finds out what the price tag was.
Would you call her out here? Tell her all about our little wager. I'll just deny it. And then we'll find out who she believes more, Mom. You or me.
If you're trying to kill me with suspense, Walker, it's working.
I'm not trying to hold that on you. I want to make sure that we are of the same mind.
My mind is set on protecting Sarah from that monster.
I understand that you want this stuff kept secret, and I'm okay with that. I'm not going to volunteer this information to anybody, but if I am asked about this for any reason, I won't lie.
Yeah, but that depends on who...
No, Bonnie. No conditions. I won't lie to that kid.
Okay, but Walker, can you get me out of my misery here? Is Sarah Marshall's daughter?
There's no doubt about it. The DNA is a perfect match. Marshall Travers is definitely her father.
Hey, who scarfed my Red Hot?
Snooze and lose. Thanks, Sarah. And we ought to get going.
But I love this song and it's almost over. Can we just stay a few more minutes?
Why don't we let Sarah enjoy the rest of this song while we load up? Let's go. But Sarah, as soon as it's
I'll
over.
be out, I promise.
So we agreed. You get the food, beer's on me.
I mean, but to let the lady buy me a drink, you know, I don't know. But hey, I'm not arguing with Marla Brown. Marla, what's the matter?
My wallet. It was in here, but now it's gone.
Wait a minute. You left your purse sitting here on the counter unattended?
Yeah. Somebody must have taken it while we were ordering.
I think I know where it is. Excuse me. I believe you have something that belongs to my friend.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hand over her wallet now, or I'll call the cops.
Can we pack the stuff up for later?
Sure we can. And what, you headed to Susan?
Yeah, you know what? I want to get over there before he heads back from the hospital.
All right, well, just, you know, stay calm, be soft.
I can be soft.
All right, and make it about you and Susan. Don't bring Decker into it or she'll get defensive. Just keep talking about her feelings.
Right.
And if Decker's there, suddenly, you know, you're his new best friend, right?
I can handle my mom. Will you do me a favor, though?
Sure, name it.
I have no idea where Allie's living, and I'm worried about her. You track her down?
I'll take care of it. Good luck with Susan.
Thanks.
Hey, what do I always say?
Nobody messes with this family.
You got it.
Have I told you how much I love you, Hal Munson?
Yes, you have.
My mother knows Rick is trouble. I saw it in her eyes, Hal. She's onto him. It's only a matter of time before she admits it.
Be careful.
Where were you the other night, Rick?
Holding my beautiful wife in my arms. Except for when I went upstairs and took some aspirin.
You had another migraine.
That was a killer. I eased off the sofa as quietly as I could so I wouldn't wake you, and then I slipped upstairs for a minute. I guess that's when Allison popped in. I thought I heard something, but you know my headaches. They've done some strange things in the past.
She said your car was gone.
It was. I parked it over on Maple.
Why?
Haven't you noticed they've been paving throughout the neighborhood? I didn't want to get hemmed in if the crew decided to hit our street first thing in the morning. I had to make sure we could get to the hospital.
They've been paving in our neighborhood?
You haven't seen the huge trucks?
No. It's not that I'm doubting you.
Susan, you have my word. I was right here, except for when I took the aspirin. Now, come on, you know Allison. Kids, they just don't have any concept of time. I mean, I just missed her.
Well, whatever happened, however it happened, Allison is not even the problem. It's Walker and Hal.
Well, why do we have to tell them? I mean, come on, let's not make a federal case out of this. They're just going to use it against me. Emily will, too. I mean, that's just what really bothers me. This family against family. I mean, sometimes I think that your daughters are our worst enemy.
My daughters are not the enemy. Don't you ever say anything like that about them again. You've gotten awfully quiet.
Well, there's not much to say, is there? You made it painfully clear that your daughters come first.
You don't have children.
I wasn't attacking them.
I know, but when you use the word enemy...
Oh, well, how would you describe Emily's behavior at the police station?
She's very sorry for the way she behaved, but you have to understand something. There were years when I didn't handle my life very well. And Emily remembers that. She remembers having to look after me when I couldn't take care of myself. So don't blame her or Allison. If their first instinct is to protect me, I love that about them.
Look, Susan, I am trying to get to know your daughters, but they are not making it very easy on me. Allison won't even stay under the same roof with me. I was so hopeful that I'd finally found a real family.
Oh, you have. You have.
Oh, come on, now, how can you say that? Your kids think that I'm a murderer.
That's only because Hal and Walker's suspicions have driven them half crazy. At least now I can explain to Allison that you two must have just...
No. We don't have to tell Allison anything. I mean, what is next? Do we go to Hal and Daniels every time I can't account for 5 minutes on my schedule?
That's not what I meant.
Susan, I know that you're trying to put this family back together, and so am I, but justifying what happened the other night is just going to make matters worse. I have no timeline. It was late. I wasn't feeling well. I don't know where I was and what I was doing or when. I have no witnesses.
You don't need witnesses.
Oh, good. You tell that to Emily and Hal, huh? I mean, suspicion breeds suspicion. I know. I lived through it in San Francisco. It violated my integrity and my pride. You have no idea what it's like, knowing that people think the worst of you.
Oh, yes, I do. A falling down drunk with 2 children is not exactly a role model.
Well, maybe that's what attracted us to each other. The pain of feeling alone. Susan, your faith in me is the only thing that keeps me here. If I lost that, there would be no reason for me to be in Oakdale.
Don't talk like that. You're never gonna lose
Susan,
me. You'll always have me.
things are different between us. Doubt is creeping in. I can see it on your face.
No.
Now, if things continue like this, we are not going to have much of a marriage left.
Hey, I let myself in. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm sorry, did I come at a bad time?
I don't have anybody's wallet.
And I don't have time for childish games.
Leave me alone.
Fine. Let the cops search you.
But I didn't take anything.
Sarah, what's going on here?
My date left her purse at the counter, and our wallet's missing.
And do you assume Sarah took it?
I know she did. I'm T. Marshall
Well,
Travers.
I know who you are. But if Sarah said she didn't steal it, she didn't steal it.
Did your friend Bonnie tell you to shadow me?
What?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past her to use this kid to get to me.
Shut up about Bonnie.
Fine. Let the cops decide.
Sarah, if there's something you need to tell me, now is the time.
Yes, connect me to the desk sergeant, please.
Sarah, this is serious stuff.
This is Marshall Travers. I'd like to report a
Here's your stupid wallet. And I didn't take it because of Bonnie. I just wanted $1 for the jukebox. So shut up about Bonnie. Just leave her out of it. Leave her alone.
As far as the rest of the world is concerned, these don't exist.
But they do exist, Bonnie. And if Sarah or Travers come snooping around for any reason, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie.
The only truth that matters here is that Marshall Travers is dangerous.
I've seen him in operation down at the station. He's pompous, he's full of himself.
You don't know half of it.
But he's a decent attorney. I mean, you can't hate the man for being good at what he does.
That is not why I hate him. I hate him because he raped my mother. Years before you came to town. Before you came to town, he got off on a mistrial. But he admitted his guilt to her.
I know you said that, he hurt one of your family members, but I had no idea, Bonnie.
Yeah, it was a big trial in a small town.
Bonnie, I'm sorry.
Now can you see why I can't have Sarah near him?
I understand where you're coming from. But this isn't just about Travers here, Bonnie. I mean, Sarah's a part of this. Then what if she doesn't want you to protect her?
You have hoarded your sister's future for $1 million and have worked very hard to get it. I hope you're satisfied.
Keep your money.
I insist.
Haven't you written enough checks for one day, Mom?
Take it.
I think it's time for you to leave. Mom.
Not without Jennifer.
Jennifer is staying here.
You children seem to forget that I am a good mother.
Yeah, you were. You were. Once upon a time, you were.
I went to your school plays, Paul. I went to your recitals, to all your games. I took you to the doctor when you're sick. Everything I've ever done has been for you
all of that
kids.
changed, the very split second that you glanced over at Hal and decided that a kind-hearted, good, decent, honest man wasn't good enough for you. And that little voice inside of you started screaming that you wanted all of the things that a shallow guy could so easily provide for you.
Oh, shallow isn't the word. Craig Montgomery was a lying thief.
Yeah, well, you bought every lie, didn't you? And you traded in bagging Will's lunch for room service at the Lakeview. Oh, it must have felt great, huh? After pretending for all of those years to finally feel free enough to show the real Barbara Ryan to the rest of the world.
That is not fair.
Don't talk to me about fairness. You're the one who, any one of your children makes a choice that you don't want them to make, you think you can just step in and start playing God.
I was trying to save you kids years of anguish. I only thought about your happiness.
Look happy to you, Mom. Jennifer look happy to you right now? And I hate to be the one to tell you this, but for all of his smiling, Will isn't happy either.
You leave
He is more vulnerable than all of us, more
this.
vulnerable than Jennifer. I know because I was him.
You will not take Will away from me.
How about we make another bet?
I will fight you, Paul.
You can try.
I see the coldness in your eyes. And I know that James is right here in this room.
Now, it really is time for you to leave.
You think you're your own man? It's a joke. Because all you've really proven today is that you're your father's son.
Coming up on As the World Turns.
I'm giving you fair warning, Bonnie. Keep that thieving little girl away from me, or I'll deal with her myself.
May I ask you something, Allison? Are you calling me a liar?
Fortunately for you, there's only about $1 and change missing.
If you plan to press charges, do it. If not, we're leaving.
Tell Bonnie to keep her distance. And that goes for you too, young lady.
What's he talking about?
She knows what I mean.
I don't know what this has to do with Bonnie, but Sarah is my responsibility. Here's my card. And here's your $1. Let's go, Sarah.
Don't forget to tell Bonnie. You know what? Never mind, little girl. I'll tell her myself.
I just told you. The man is a rapist.
I heard you. But we both know Sarah's been through a lot in her young life. I'm not excusing what Travers did, okay? But what does that have to do with this situation?
This is not a situation, Walker. If he treated a grown woman, my mother, like that, how would he be with a kid?
I don't know. But I do know that Sarah's never had a home. She's never had a family.
He's not family.
He's her father, and she has a right to decide whether she wants to have anything to do with him, Bonnie.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to just tell her the truth?
No, I want you to talk to somebody you love, somebody you respect. I mean, get another opinion. Maybe your mother will know it. I don't know, okay? Maybe she knows. I don't know, okay? But your mother's opinion is worth more than mine.
But you won't tell anybody.
As long as nobody asks.
Thank you. Thank you for keeping my secret.
See, that's the problem, Bonnie. It's not your secret to keep. It's Sarah's. I'll be in touch.
Sorry, old habit. I should have knocked. That's okay. That's why you have a key.
Now, your mother and I would like you to come and go as you please.
Thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. I know I apologized to you earlier, but I'm really upset about the way things have been with us, and I was thinking about, when I heard about you flatlining in med school, it really freaked me out, and I thought about when I was that age and all the stupid things I did, and like you said, you weren't the only one in the class who did it, so...
Thank you. I hope we can move on.
Me too.
Look, I'm going to head back to the hospital. I have some patients I can check in.
Oh, will you be long?
No, I'll come home as soon as I can.
We're in this together. Don't forget.
I won't. Thanks for coming by, Emily.
No problem. See you around. You okay?
Rick and I, we had a long talk. And, it was an argument, really. And you girls thought we didn't fight and that was weird. Well, now we fight. You should be happy.
That would make sense only to another Stewart.
Thank you for apologizing to him.
Look, I'm not trying to stir things up here, Mom, but I can tell life isn't as great as you'd like me to think it is.
Well, of course it isn't great. My husband is living under a cloud of suspicion. I'm constantly trying to make peace between him and my children.
I'm not talking about Rick. I'm talking about you. How are you feeling?
Well, that's just your firstborn radar kicking in. Trying to mother your mother. Been doing that since you were 3 years old.
Maybe. But whatever it is, I want you to know that you can talk to me. It'll stay between us, okay? If something's bothering you, Mom, I want to help. Because that's what firstborns do. They help.
Need a hand?
I thought you were Dr. Dixon. Now it's a Brody's out and they're 3 cents apiece. So is that...
I hear you've got a new address.
Yeah, I'm staying at Katie's while she's in Australia.
Are things okay there?
Beats living with the newlyweds.
And how are things with your mom?
They're better. We talked today, and I told her I still don't want to live under the same roof as Rick, but she handled it. She even said that she'd help me with rent.
Well, good, good. But if things get too tight, you know you've always got a room with us.
Thanks, but I really like staying at Katie's, and I'm finally feeling like I'm living on my own.
And what happens when Katie comes home?
Well, I don't know, but if my mom's still with Rick, maybe I'll take up on your offer.
Maybe you won't have to.
Why? What's going on?
Emily's been talking with your mother, trying to see how she is feeling about things. Your sister wants her to know that we're all on her side, no matter what.
Like what, no matter what?
Just be patient, Alice.
Come on, Hal, don't hold out on me.
Something is spooking out Eden, and whatever it is, she doesn't want Mara to know about it.
No!
Why do you think that these pictures surfaced in the first place? It was a total scam.
Did you do this to her or not?
Eden, Tony, Mara, hot enough for you. Guiding Light on CBS.
Even though all the evidence points toward Dr. Gordon as being the killer, these crimes are still listed as unsolved. But that's for your ears only.
I won't tell anyone.
As far as I'm concerned, Rick Decker is still a suspect.
Well, then, shouldn't my mom have some sort of guards or something?
I don't think that your mother is in any danger. There's been a lot of research done on serial offenders. The pattern seems to point away for Susan being a victim.
But if the pattern's wrong...
I am not going to let anything happen to your mother, Allison.
Well, then what do I do if I see him?
You say hello, and you be your own charming self. I gotta run. Oh, and call your sister. She's worried about you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi. You got a minute?
Sure. What's up?
Well, your mother told me that you stopped by the house the other night and you thought I wasn't there.
You weren't. Your car was gone.
No, I parked around the corner. There's been a lot of street paving in the neighborhood recently. And then when you came in, I must have been upstairs taking an aspirin. I've been prone to headaches recently.
Well, then you must have taken the whole bottle because I was there for almost half an hour.
May I ask you something, Allison? Are you calling me a liar?
Most couples would not survive this kind of pressure. You know?
Yeah, I know it's been tough on you.
I love him.
It just hurts me to see you so unhappy, that's all.
I'm only unhappy because of all the accusations and the doubts.
Do you, Mom, ever have doubts in me?
No. I was talking about other people's doubts.
Listen to me, okay? I want you to know that no matter how crazy things seem right now, I am always on your side. I mean, always, and that goes for Hal, too. So no matter what happens, you call us. You don't hesitate to pick up the phone and say, get over here. We will come running, no questions asked, okay?
She gone?
She's gone.
She probably got her ear pressed against the door.
I wouldn't put it past her. Sorry about Andre.
Thanks. At least I know what Andre is, and I know what a loser I was for falling for you.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Paul.
Why? What? For trusting people?
For trusting him and Mom and myself.
You still love the guy?
I don't know. I know I don't like him very much right now, but for a minute there, you know, when he was trying to convince me how much he missed me and that he changed, a small part of me believed him, Paul. And that was a really nice minute.
It'll get easier. Take it from me. I mean, maybe not right away, but soon.
You know, the worst part was watching him take that check from Mom. Guess now I know how much I really am worth.
No. That check spoke volumes about Mom and about Andre, but it had nothing to do with you, really, nothing.
Yeah, so weird. This morning, I woke up and I thought I had it all, you know? Mom and I were finally getting along. I had a great job, an income, and a guy who looked like he'd do anything to keep me with him, and now
Now you have the truth. And the truth is the most important thing. So I'll tell you what, from here on in, from now on, I'll take care of you, all right? And I'll help you find a job. I'll float you for as long as you need me to.
Thanks, Paul. I really do want to be working.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure we can figure that out. Mother, that's a whole other story.
I have no idea how my father dealt with her for all these years.
Me? Al's a great guy. And I think in a lot of ways he kept her honest for a lot of years.
I wish you were here.
Oh, I really need to get some air.
Wait, before you go, I got something for you. This is your home now.
Thanks. I love you.
I love you.
Well, your mother's right about one thing. You are a chip off the old block. Perfectly orchestrated, all the players lined up, and you just waltzed away with an air of innocence about you.
Just needed to get Jennifer away from her.
A noble motive if it soothes your conscience. But it's all about the game, besting your enemy, the rush of victory. Oh, I know it well.
You don't know me. You don't know anything about me.
You perceive the weakness in others. That is a special, unique talent that you and I share.
No, we don't share anything.
You will come to me again. And when you do, I'll be waiting.
You go to hell.
Perhaps I'll see you there.
I need a word with you.
Well, I am not interested.
Even if it involves your little friend?
Sarah? What about her?
I'm giving you fair warning, Bonnie. Keep that thieving little girl away from me, or I'll deal with her myself.
I just want this to be over.
We all do.
Especially poor Rick. At least I have you, I have Hal, I have the people at the hospital to talk to, but he has no one. He's isolated.
That's not true. He has you.
And that's why it's so important for me to show him how much I support him, so he doesn't feel like what? Feel like what? Like he has to leave. That's what happened in San Francisco.
Did he say that he would?
He's very sensitive. You don't see that sign to him. But tonight, I asked him about something, and he took it so personally.
What did you ask him?
Oh, it was just a simple question. But he thought I was accusing him, and I feel so bad.
What did you say to him, Mom?
It wasn't anything bad, and we talked through it, but the whole argument started because of Allison.
I never said you lied. I just said that I never saw you. Maybe you were there, maybe you weren't. I don't care.
I just told you I was there, Allison. I just want to make sure there's no confusion about the fact.
Fine. There's no confusion.
There's no reason to be rude.
Well, there's a need for me to get back to work, so if you don't mind.
No, don't walk away from me while I'm talking. I will not tolerate that, Allison. Not from you, not from anyone.
On the next As the World Turns...
Don't you ever speak to me like that again. This is your last chance. I'm warning you.
Since when did you and Paul become such buddies?
If you're not careful, I'll remember that day that you walked into my suite with a gun in your hand.